Hey everyone, welcome back to some more Let's Play Lobotomy Corporation. In the last episode, we got through day 30. We completed Hod's core suppression. Oh, that was a very dangerous one. It lowered the stats of all of our people by 15, 25, and then I think 35 or 40 for the final wave at the level 4 meltdown. We almost lost a handful of people as well, thanks to their virtual levels being dropped. 2 people panicked, and we almost lost a few people when we were fighting off a... Oh, the Red Noon, I think, almost killed someone. I had to watch people's hit points, and the 4th meltdown level also made the screen a bit difficult to look at, hiding the actual meters on the people rather well. But we did it. We didn't lose anybody. And now we've reached a memory repository day. We've selected a new abnormality, and it is a WOW. So let us go ahead and get into the game. And we'll take a look at that again. We'll do a summary of what I plan to do going ahead, look at our tunes, and then we're good to go. Day 31, Memory Repository Day. There we go. All loading. Hello, everyone. Memories of all the Sephiroth have been synchronized. Okay. Right. So let's first look at a few of the things that we picked up at the end of the last episode. So we saw last episode, by the way, that this HE, which we did not work with at all, is the Tin Man. It looks terrifying. It's a massive robot inside the containment unit with a raised axe, his chest plate open, and like guts and blood inside of it. Looks like he's waiting for a heart to be given to himself. I'm wondering if we give him the heart, if he doesn't activate and start killing everything. I wonder if we can send someone who's got the Heart of Aspiration into that room for something special. Maybe we should try that with someone that we don't care about very much. This was a new abnormality that we picked up yesterday as well. Now, I've already gone ahead and looked at least at what it looks like because I've done the EGO assignment and hired a few new people and strengthened a few employees. And, she's pretty cute. So I'm curious as to what her deal is. The text warned about greed. And we'll take a better look at her when we get into the game. Is that it? EGO was moved around on a few people since we unlocked the knight's armor. Like that Sene seems like he should be the recipient of that armor, because he too is a knight. And we moved some stuff around. That's about it. I'm all prepped for the day today already. Now we can't do Netzok's core suppression, because we're not allowed to do a core suppression on a memory imprint day, which is what we're on right now, day 31. So, my plan is to do this. We will, no matter what, even if an ALF shows up the next day here for the disciplinary team, we're still going to reset back to this day after we complete day 32. We'll do Netzok's core suppression on day 32. Then the next day 32, we will do the welfare team's quest, which is to get 840 energy in 12 minutes. I've got no clue if we're going to be successful at it, but we'll give it an attempt. And then we'll reset back to this day again. We'll probably actually have the Central Command team go on core suppression, so we'll do that. And then we'll reset again to this day, if I'm allowed to. And then with the disciplinary team, the same thing. We'll suppress 5 WoW abnormalities, and then possibly reset to this day. My hope is that we can get everything there is to know about these 2 abnormalities today. Or we'll just... if we don't, it's probably because we're losing people. We'll have to retry if that's the case. What else is there? We're going to also start trying to unlock everything there is to know about We Can Change Anything. It's awful, but I feel like with all the abnormalities under our care, we really should research everything there is to know about them. So I've hired 2 new people whose sole purpose it is to go in there and die for us. I've hired 3 new people total, though. Andy Rosebrook, welcome aboard. You are now with us. We have It Won't Hurt for Long, who's going to be sent into We Can Change Anything. And I'm So Sorry, who is also going to be sent into We Can Change Anything. They're both going to die. I just need to use this for 1 minute 40 seconds total. I think I've got maybe 15 seconds in on it. So we're going to be losing at least 2 people today. And I feel so awful for these 2 because when we go back to the memory imprint day, they're going to be back. And we're going to send them in there again and again until we can finally learn everything there is to know about We Can Change Anything. It's awful, but we're going to do it. All right. So I think that's all the babbling. Okay, I think that's all the babbling. Let me cut this and we'll be back to look at our people really quick. All right, everyone. So let's look at our tunes again. Let's see. It's looking pretty good. I probably should be giving myself better armor and giving this armor to someone who's going to be working with abnormalities. It's a really tough decision for me as to who gets what armor. Because I want people having decent armor when they work with the abnormalities. They're most likely to take damage. And my ranged people here, we should probably be wearing Teth armor, in all honesty, because we're hopefully not going to see any damage being done to us. It's the meleeers that need the best armor we've got. To that end, I think I've got the best armor I can make at the moment on most of my melee high-level people at this moment. Hey, Robook, you look so worried. You'll be fine. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Other one, though, is looking really tough. That glare on her with that matchstick and the crown of thorns, it looks pretty good on her. Comic Breaker HD, look at the butler with that bow tie. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I really am. And the sad part is, I have you over here so you can take 1 more tick of pain for us. Plus 3 hit points. So that you can, so that you can die. You won't die quite as quickly. Actually, we should probably move It Won't Hurt for Long over there, too, so they get more hit points, so they can take 1 more tick of damage, and we can change anything before they die. Awfully. Chris Patai, nothing new for you. I really feel like, Chris, we need to get you a different weapon. I mean, this combination is really nice. I really do like the fact that rifle goes across the entire length of a hallway. But, oh, man. I can't use you all that often. And you have the plus 40 attack and movement speed. But we don't have another weapon yet. We don't have another good weapon. So, nothing new for Hysul Dia or Chris Patai. I might end up, by the way, sending people in to work with abnormalities to try to get them to gain gifts now. I'm kind of done with all the gifts here, right? So maybe Hysul, who has that hat, which is the gift from Crumbling Armor, should go into Forsaken Murderer and hope to get the Regret Mouth for plus 2 hit points. Just send him in there to work on Instinct over and over again. I might have to start keeping track of that in the future. We won't do it today, though. Alright, so I prefer you not having the mouth visible. Yeah, we'll do that. Stilton's look great in the redneck outfit there. Got my blue, what is this? This is HE armor from the Queen of, the Snow Queen. The Snow Queen. I think those horns and that cloak looks good on you. See, I really don't want to start over from day 1 ever. I'm impressed with all my tunes and what they look like. We actually have quite a few of these bow ties on people. I'm actually doing a surprising amount of work with the Scarecrow Seeking Wisdom, all things considered. I didn't think I would be doing so much work with them. I thought I would just forget all about him once the work was done, but I'm actually using him to what I think is good effect. Actually, the bow tie is, for the most part, what you're aiming to get with him, Tim. Something else I'm thinking about doing in the future is no longer caring about some of my HEs that break out. Like Scarecrow and Funeral. We can easily beat them back into their containment units without any real trouble. And it would give some... let my disciplinary team and welfare team get some of their aggression out. So we might start doing that in the future, too. Speaking of welfare team, Master Survival is now over here. And now wearing Discord armor. Welcome aboard. By the way, well, can we see it here? We can't see it on this screen, but if I go to this screen and look at Master of Survival, notice these numbers here. And then if I go look at the actual armor for Discord, look at the numbers. Oh, the numbers are exactly the same. Is it? I thought I noticed that there was a difference. Am I just wrong? I'm just wrong. Okay. Really? I know. It must have been during the mission yesterday. I noticed that the armor they're wearing is actually a little bit better while they're in the welfare department. It's lowered just a tad. Like another 10% gets reduced whenever they take damage. So I'm really glad that Knight That Say Nay is in the welfare team working with the Knight of Despair. That will even further help reduce the damage he'll be taking wearing that armor. Soul Hacker, look how happy you look. Happy you look. So innocent. So innocent. And I like how Bruto and Adorkable, they're not putting up with anything. Look at these two. They're all business. Time to beat up everyone. Oh, Adorkable, you have a mask, is that correct? You do have a mask. Okay. Alright. So let's go ahead now and cut this and then start our day. Hey everyone. Alright. I'm back. I'm watching this video with you guys. It's been like a week since I've recorded this part. Let's go ahead and begin management. And start day 31. Alright, first things first, we should go and look at the new abnormality we picked up. Yeah, let's go take a look. So there's the Tin Man, and here is the new one. We know she's a WoW, and she's cute. She's in some sort of golden egg, floating in it. We can hear what sounds like chimes going off. She's wearing a very fancy, looks like dinner/ball dress to me. I'm guessing that because she's wearing that outfit, she wanted to go dancing, and or she wanted people to talk with her because she's wearing that to get people's interested in her. So I'm guessing it's instinct or attachment work is what we want to do with her. Oh, and I'm probably showing the Knight of Despair and now her because we got some really how to describe it. We have some really cute girls over there in the welfare team. Alright, so we're going to skip ahead, I think. Okay, yep. So everyone's been assigned to work with different everyone's being moved outside of the various containment units to begin working with abnormalities that I have them planned to work with for the day. We start with Dia grabbing the Heart of Aspiration. We always want her to have that. Yep, she goes from minus... Wait. Did she put it back? I'm not sure what happened. It looked like her stats were already at minus 13, minus 3. Alright, so what's going on? So... what is going on? Did Dia take it? Did she put it back? Did she put it back? I didn't realize it? I can't tell. Alright, so now people who were moved outside the abnormalities will be moved into the regenerator rooms nearby. This way, when they complete their work, they go right back to those regenerator rooms. And the Rosebrook, we need to work on your justice stat. I'm amazed at how slow our people are without a super high justice level. Man, if I did start over from day 1, which I don't intend on doing, it would take me quite some time to get used to all my agents having a justice stat of level 3 again. Thank goodness we completed Hod's Depression. Otherwise, if we had done that, they would be, what, justice level 1 only. Bum number 1. Yep, instinct work. I'm looking probably over at my chart to see who's working where. Windwater. Mr. Stulton's, I think, is working with... Oh! Stulton's armor actually isn't very good to work with Letitia, if that's what you intended him to do, Tim, because that's the Scarecrow armor. Alexander, yep, we're walking back there to get healed. Oh, I guess I don't care. Alright, I don't care. He's got 67 hit points and 105 sanity. So he'll probably be okay. The teacher doesn't do that much black damage. But I should pay better attention to that in the future. Right here is probably when I realize, because I always forget, that Lady Facing the Wall is not good for Justice level 3 and higher training. She wants Fortitude, for the most part, for high-level people. She's a Teth, though, so I should probably stop working with her as often as I am. And here's when I probably realize that David C. is not wearing the right armor to work with Clouded Monk of Repression. With a 55% chance he does 4 through 6 white damage. That could be enough to make David C. go insane. So it's got to be someone else to work with him if I want more PE boxes. So, because Destruction 42K has let me know that Gabora's suppression potentially gives us the reward of purchasing extra equipment from every abnormality, like 1 extra piece of armor and weapon. I want a good amount of PE boxes with every single abnormality so I can purchase 1 more from all of them. It's also why I'm no longer working with our Zayans or our information team Teths. I don't need any PE boxes with them. We got plenty. And it's also why I will keep working with Funeral of the Dead Butterflies and Scarecrow Searching for Wisdom, because I want more PE boxes. Especially because if we lose someone, I want to be able to repurchase the equipment that they were wearing immediately without any farming. Oh, okay, so people are entering their containment units when waters get... I need to get used to using backwards clock. I also need to get used to using bullets, which is something I haven't done very often. I think what I'm doing right now is I'm circling this to hint to myself that I'm worried about the meltdown. I think it's because I've sent a lot of people in to do work, and I want to wait until everyone is in those containment units first. And it looks like we can probably fit 3 more people in. Knight That Say Nay gains the buff. I will always send Knight That Say Nay in to work with Knight of Despair to start. I think it's rather thematic for him to do so. Dia. Alright, in case one of them breaks out, you're going up there to watch that hallway. And it's time to choose, Tim. It's time to choose. We want to work with these abnormalities. We want to learn everything there is to know about them. I'm guessing it's instinct and attachment work with her. Yep, that's why I'm hovering over these 2 things. Which one are you doing, Tim? You gotta make a choice here. Instinct it is. And for him, I'm thinking it's instinct work or repression work to start for Tin Man. He's missing a heart, so I'm thinking instinct work. But he's got a giant axe, which is why I think repression. So Destruction 42K, in you go. Good luck, sir. Now, heads up, everyone, I have recorded another 2 episodes already. So, any tips or advice you guys give me, there's nothing I can't take advantage of it at the moment. Some of our employees think that, oh, 164 is trapped inside this thing that resembles an egg. But there is no need for Destruction 42K to be afraid of this Tin Man as long as they are a cold person. That's an interesting hint. I have, okay, maybe we have to work with Snow Queen. Maybe her gifts allow us to work with Tin Man safely is what I think. I don't realize that a cold person stands for, needs to mean standoffish. The glamorous amber pattern on the egg girl at times. The world that she may have once loved is now being devoured by her. What the heck? That got dark really quick. Tin Man collects hearts. It thought that if its heart started beating, it would be able to love. Well, that sounds horrifying as well. This got really bad really quickly. I'm watching what type of damage that we take. Golden Egg Girl surrendered to hunger and started devouring itself. Things that may have once been hearts are now shoved into Tin Man indiscriminately. Oh, he takes anything and puts it into his, the heat chamber there. I'm watching the damage that gets dealt. I'm watching to see what happens when they're done. Good result. We'll have to wait and see if she breaks out once that's done. normal result with Tin Man. I'm a little worried about Tin Man, but we've been able to suppress the HEs that break out rather easily. The only one that's been that gives me trouble and I'm nervous about is Redulla of the Sleigh, because I need range attackers for that person. High School's going in for a little bit more repression. He needs one more point of justice to max that out. Mr. Sultan's is going to be resting. He took a lot of hit point damage from Letitia, Tim. I do, by the way, you guys have told me that I totally want the kisses from Snow Queen, as it's a nice gift to have. I will try to get them, but I think it won't happen in any of these videos so far that I have recorded. I don't remember, but I think I don't do it because I'm trying to actually complete the welfare team's quests, which means we got to get done with the day at a... We can't... We got to finish the day in a certain time allotment. Alright, we have a Green Dawn coming up. That won't be so bad. We can deal with that easily. So, if I send people in to work with Snow Queen, we need a bad work result or a normal work result to get a guaranteed or a chance of a kiss. But that also advances the Qiploth level, which means that I'm at risk fighting ordeals, which takes away from the time I can be working with abnormalities and getting the energy that I need. Although you do get 10% energy upon successfully dealing with the ordeals. I should keep that in mind too. Sultan's is level 4, so he can crank backwards clock. Oh, okay, their fly shoot. See, someone's working with him. Alexander, you are on the table for that, so in you go. Where is the other... Did I already assign someone to the other meltdown? I think I did already. Yeah, might as well keep earning more PE boxes with these other abnormalities. I could probably stop working with well, it's all about earning the most PE boxes you can with these abnormalities by sending people designed to work with them or who are efficient at working with them. And doing work with abnormalities in such that you can get most of the PE boxes from them. Okay, instinct work has a 55% chance of success with this girl. And attachment work also has a 55% chance of success. Repression is only 40%. Okay, but still, we can do attachment or instinct. That's great, because we don't have a high level instinct. Actually, we do. We have Dreaming Current. So she's another one. Tin Man was 45% instinct and repression. And insight. Interesting. I'm guessing attachment is the same thing. Let's have Dia work with them. On repression. Yeah, she can work safely with repression. Not like we consider her in there to work with attachment. What the heck was that? Well, that looked pretty bad. That looked extraordinarily bad for Dia when she walked in there. Tin Man looks like he slammed his axe down directly on top of her. And now there's something over the screen. Everyone who's still around needs to get up there because we need to free her if we're able to free her. If she died, I'm retrying this day. There is no reason to finish the day when you lose someone. It's before the Green Dawn. Everything is going well. Tin Man's on the loose. Oh, I like the sound of the heart beating that he took from Dia. Master of Survival, get out of there. I need you to not stand where you're standing. You take extra red damage, and we just saw he did red damage. Fine, everyone go over there. Oh, I remember bullets! Oh my god. So he's got he's a massive chop with a flurry of attacks before it. He doesn't have that many hit points, all things considered. We should be able to put him back into the containment unit. Okay. So what's probably going through my head right now is we lost Dia. She's dead. Let's look at insight. Okay, so Golden Egg Girl is we don't want any instinct. We want an instinct or attachment. When the work result was normal, the cool plot counter lowered. Okay, so we're sticking with attachment or instinct for her. I want to know why he got out. So normally, if I had lost Dia and was upset about that, which I'm not really, this is part of the game, I would probably immediately have hit retry. But I actually need to know why Dia was killed. I do intend to restart this day. We'll just retry it, and we'll do that in the next. We'll see what happens in the next episode. But I'm going to assign other people to work with this abnormality and begin focusing on its material guidelines, so I can understand. Oh, funeral dead butterflies broke out. All right, well we are ready for him. I really like watching the combat, so this is kind of fun that I get to watch it on screen with you guys. Yeah, Funeral of Dead Butterflies, Scarecrow Station Wisdom are pretty easy. This guy's not so tough. He does red damage though. I'll keep that in mind. Come on, give me at least 10 PE boxes. Preferably 15 so I can understand every single thing there is to know about him. Good. Okay. Why did he escape? When the work result was bad, the Kuploth counter lowered. An employee with temperance level 3 or higher completed their work. The Kuploth counter lowered. Okay. So, just like Scarecrow, he cares about, just like most of my HEs, when an employee enters the unit while the counter is at 0, they will immediately die. Then the abnormality will escape. Okay. So, Dia had a temperance level of 4, which is why she was killed. And now we retry the day. Or do I? I think I do. If I do, then I'll put back on. What? We're starting that over. Yep. Oh, that's it for that day. Oh man. Holy crap, that's awful. All right. So just like I think I mentioned this at the end of the last episode, or beginning of the next episode, how nervous I am about the HEs in particular, because they really seem to care about your stat line being below a certain number. Alright, so what did we learn? First off, there's no way I'm losing Dia. No, not to that. Not to that. No way. No way. Okay, so Tin Man kills you if its Kuploth counter is 0. And judging that we sent one person in there to work with it, it was a normal work result, and that person had a temperance level above 2, it must have a Kuploth counter of 1. So we can either send one person in to work with it once a day, and then let it break out if like a meltdown happens on it and then suppress it, or we can hire someone who's got a new person with a 2 temperance level and send that person in to work with this over and over and over again. Although we need to make sure that that person gets at least a normal work result from this Tin Man. God, the HEs are so tricky to work with. And as for the WoW, she's not that difficult. I guessed correctly, at least with her. I thought it was, so it was should I guess instinct, an attachment. It's a cute girl. It's gotta be attachment or instinct work. It has to be. You don't want a suppressor. That's just odd. And you're not gonna understand her. So insight's not gonna work either. So it had to be one of these two is what I was thinking. So the good news is it looks like instinct will work. So we have a WoW now that we can actually do instinct work with down here, besides just streaming current now. And I like that. She doesn't look like she's gonna be too difficult to work with. So that also helps out. We'll get her material guidelines unlocked next time. So, and what went through my head right there when I first brought up the game for the retry is that, you know what? Let's see what Tin Man fights like. So I understand what type of damage it's doing and what it's capable of. And it looks like it has a slow attack, then it attacks a little faster, and then it makes several chomps all at once in front of it. And it looks like it's weak to red damage, which doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me. But we'll work on this a lot more in the next episode, because we're going to make this one a really short one now that we've just retried. You know what? I guess what I could have done, now that I think about it, is if this happens again, I can just soldier on to the next... No, because so, when we lose Dia, we lose everything Dia has on her if I decide to continue to the next day. So that's the Black Swan's equipment. Now, we have tons of unique PE boxes for Black Swans, but we're going to lose a 1/6 of it, remaking the suit and the umbrella that she had. I don't really mind doing that, but we can eat. We just started that day, more or less. Like, how long have we been playing? Maybe 30 minutes tops? Maybe 35 minutes? Nah, we can redo this in the next episode. And now I understand Tin Man's material guidelines a little bit better. And we guessed correctly about what type of work he does. So, okay. I suppose then before I end the episode, I'm going to hire someone new. Okay, so if I'm going to hire someone new, I guess I can show you something I discovered about hiring someone new. So, Destruction 42K was mentioning that you can't lower these, or you can't lower, but you have level 3 in your stats. But Destruction, I discovered you can lower these on new hire. So we can actually start someone with the Temperance level 2, for example, and specifically keep this person around to work with the Tin Man until we get everything there is to know about him safely, and until we get all the equipment that he might offer. I'm hoping he has an axe for us, and maybe a suit of metal armor, plate mail, or something like that. It'll look really cool. So yeah, so I'm not so worried about this. Yeah, we can lower his LOB for free. It's when you increase it any more that it begins to cost you cash. So I'm gonna go ahead and hire a new person, and we're all set for the next video. In fact, in the next video, it'll just be a summary, and then we're going right into the day. So I will see you guys then. Take care, everyone.